My name is Toby. I really like art. I've kind of done art or doodled and drawn kind of all my life, which kind of sounds really cheesy, but it's true. I like using a lot of colour that you'll probably see.
Suburbs, he wants to be alone. Seconds to check it out. But your temperamental leaners can often leave you feeling like you need
I do life drawing classes at Stanford Art Centre. I've got a few of them life drawing sort of dotted about over the place. This is a totally rotten original top, designed by myself, drawn by myself. Unable to be washed at the current stage. Art that I've done, apart from this, that was done by my great grandfather. This is a sketchbook that I've drawing. We kind of start off with some characters from my novel that I'm writing at the moment, which has not got a name at the moment. It's about these characters. We've got Russell Rootbold. This guy, he's not got a name at the moment. Just sort of things that I've drawn that I'll probably do something with later. Here we see Angry Barry, which is also from the t-shirt. This guy, this is just sort of artist inspiration, sort of novels, Picasso, Lucian Freud or something. This guy called Alex Pardee is really cool. David Hockney. I did sort of like some work that was inspired by Hockney. I like looking at artists and stuff, it's quite cool. You get some good ideas.
Well, along the lines of well, since he was very, very small, he's always been into his drawing. I remember once we were having a game of roulette, and he was losing heavily at roulette, losing all his tiddlywinks, and he drew this little pauper, this little street urchin, sat aside called Roulette Robs, which is a very, very, very good drawing, but also had the message that destitution and decrepitness is what awaits if you play too heavily on the roulette tables. Just recently been inspired by one or two the greats, Picasso and Dali and Noel Fielding, who's his current hero, with his avant-garde, futuristic art. And this inspired him to do quite a lot of things, so hopefully you can find something that'll earn some money.
We went and did we went to go and do a landscape drawing. I was sitting there, and because it's where I live in Barnet, some really cool countryside views and things like that, some really beautiful scenery.
What inspired you to be an artist?
Well, lots of things. Like when I was really young, I used to draw and paint, and just sort of mess around with things, and I was kind of just doodle and things like that. And then that was just like before I started school. And then at primary school, I always used to kind of do that sort of fun things in art. And then at secondary school, started doing art properly as like a lesson, and then I really sort of enjoyed it. And it was kind of my enjoyment of art to start with that made me enjoy art at school more, and then I just did more and more and really got into it, and it was one of my favourite subjects and something something that I really enjoyed doing rather than felt I had to do.
How come you've got an umbrella, Toby? Is it time to work out the colours? Where did you get these bad boys? Ooh, so
you concentrate on like pieces of art that you've seen before and things you can use in it, and have a look around and get inspiration from things that are around you. So you kind of see you see things that are around you all the time in a different way because you're looking at them to use for the piece of art you're doing.
could you talk us through your landscape drawing you did and what techniques you use for that?
Well, I started off using pencil just to show you the outline and the shapes and things, and then to make sure I had everything scaled up correctly. But after I did that, I used watercolour pencils to colour things in, and then after I got all them sort of down, I used water, a small brush, and water to blend the watercolours in. And then over top of that, on the tree, I used leaves to I dried them out and crushed them up to make a 3D kind of raised feel. So, kind of like the rough idea for what I'm going to do is like a sort of abstract style, loads of colours everywhere.
What is your artist's inspiration while painting or drawing?
Artists that I like to look at include Picasso, Salvador Dali, David Hockney, Alex Pardee, Noel Fielding.
Why?
Just little bits that I think that I can take ideas from and put them into my work.
Can you give me an example?
Well, for like one of my pieces of work, I looked at some of Francis Bacon's work, and he uses lots of kind of squares and shapes in the background to kind of contain or make illusions with his work, and sort of from those you can just take that and not even look at what the actual painting's of. It's just little techniques like that, and then look at say Picasso's work and look at like his colours and use of like distortion of like faces and objects, and then look at like Noel Fielding's use of colour, and then maybe sort of Salvador Dali's use of composition and things, and then they can all go together to make something, you know, nothing like the actual work that you've looked at. It just makes things slightly different and can make a whole different painting.
It took away my pain, said please, oh, let your ride be free. You gotta let it be, oh yeah. Where I go, I just don't know.
So you like quite abstract art?
Yeah, like abstract or surreal. Surrealism is really interesting.
Why are you doing the black toning?
Just sort of to bring out the shape and everything of what this is going to be of, because yeah, it makes it stand out a bit more and more kind of bold.
Yeah.
Which quite like. It also makes the colours sort of more vibrant.
Oh, so polite indeed. Well, I got everything I need. I'll make my days a breeze and take away my sin.
Are you proud of what you've done in our documentary?
Yeah, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of a lot of things that I do, because there's little bits of it that you always like, and there's often quite a lot of things that you don't like about it. And it's always really easy to be like self-critical. There's a few things that I've done that I kind of think, oh, I could do that better next time. But you know, like especially the abstract piece that I did on the canvas, that I was really proud of that, because it's the first time I've done it. But I'm sure if I was to do it again, I would hate the one that I've already done and be more proud of the thing that I'll do next time, because you learn each time you do things. Big piece of paper like that, and then sort of like almost like have like a mirror image of like Luke kind of like looking like that. That's his hair. Kind of looking like that, and then me drawing kind of over here, if you get me.
So he would lie down onto the paper?
Yeah, but that's like my drawing, or that one, and then like that's actually him sort of like lying down.
I'm looking down, come help me up, and stumbling round.
What makes your work, like your own style of drawing and painting?
Well, I don't really have like a set style yet, because you know I'm still kind of developing and trying things out. But at the moment, I really enjoy using sort of really strong shapes and like bold lines, and then using really vibrant colours. And really trying to do a piece of work, like a drawing or a painting, your style changes a bit because you learn something from it.
How do you feel and what goes through your mind when doing your art?
Well, if I've had like a really bad day, doing like a drawing or a painting, it's kind of, you really concentrate on it and you don't think about loads of other stuff that's going on. Or it's kind of like a little bit of a getaway sometimes, because you're going through another world that is quite peaceful in a way. Even though that sounds really kind of cheesy and stuff, it is, because you concentrate on that and don't think about other things.